Hi everybody, this is Mike from Wingman RC, and today I'm going to show you a little video on how to put together the SkyRacer. Here we have the package right here. Go ahead and open it up. Lay out your parts. You can see that we have some pre-colored wheels right here. Go ahead and set those off to the side. Small parts bag with control horns and axles. You can go ahead and set that aside for now. And we have a motor mount. Also have in here some control horns and some carbon fiber for the body. Go ahead and unwrap those now. Set those aside right here. The SkyRacer is all tab and notch construction, pre-grooved and pre-beveled. It only goes together one way. We've with our guys over at Arizona Aero Models, with laser cut tab and notch construction. Go ahead and fit these two together and then glue right along the seam. You can either use hot melt glue or our foam tack glue. The reason why I say there's only one way to put these together is we've cleverly designed this so that if you try to put it together upside down, the notches just don't match. It'll only go together this way. So once you figure that out, go ahead and glue the centerpiece together. Take your two pieces of carbon, place them in the pre-grooved grooves right there. Glue those in and you're set to go. That's the basic frame of it. Then there's also two side skirts. These are also designed so that there's only a left and a right. We're going to put the carbon on the bottom, so we want these to face the bottom also. And that's pretty much it right there. That's the basic frame. Once again, these will only go on one way. This one won't go on this side because they're just not matched up. The notches are different, so it'll only go one way. The only way that you can change this is if you decided to put the carbon on. That's the way it's supposed to look when it's done. The only other way you could do that differently is if you put the carbon on the top, in which case it would look something like this. But most people want to put the carbon on the bottom just to keep a neat appearance. Either way is fine. It has no effect on flight characteristics other than it for appearances. But anyway, let's go ahead and put that back the other way like we had it. Use the carbon for the bottom. Okay, let's just assume that that's already glued in. Go ahead and punch these little guys out. These are the notches for the body and the servos. They're all pre-measured, pre-cut. There's no figuring out. Once you get those removed, this will be like that. Take your pieces of carbon for your axles out. There's your four little axles right there. This is the rudder. Here's your two elevons. You want to go ahead and glue these in using your favorite kind of glue. It's pre-measured to the correct depth and to the correct length. All you got to do is get them glued in there. Set those aside right now while they're gluing. Then right here on the front is also pre-notched at the correct length, the correct depth. Just slide your little axles in. Just like that. Once everything is all nice and glued together, you attach the elevons. You can either use tape, you can use glue hinges, whatever hinge you'd like to use. We used to use the tape, and now we're going with the glue hinges. At this time you can assemble the body. Right now would be a good time to paint it. As you can see, we've got a couple different colors on here. You can paint it at any stage. The motor mount simply goes in here like such. Pretty simple there. You can put it in upside down. It really doesn't matter as long as it just goes in there. Get that glued in. Once the motor mount is glued in, simply place this on there like that. And once again, it can't be installed backwards because the notches just won't match up. So once that gets in there like this, your SkyRacer is pretty much built. The only thing left to do is attach the wheels. We've assembled the wheels for you because that's a little bit tricky to get the axles on center and everything. But once the axles are in there, say those were glued, they already stick out the exact amount of space that you need. The big wheels go in the front, and the smaller wheels go in the back. Should have glued those in, I guess. There we go. But anyway, the big wheels in the front, the little wheels in the back on the elevons right there. Also in the kit you will find some little spacers and some washers. If you need to, you can put the spacers on the body or extra spacers for the wheels. You'll also find some extra small little white pieces right here. These are the at the ends of the axles. There's a little white piece right here that holds the wheel on. Once you push that on, it's just a little piece of cut push rod tube. Darn it, I dropped it. There you go. They're kind of small and hard to see, but that's basically how it goes. And then put a little bit of CA on there and you've got a nice little wheel. This is what they look like in the end. Once you get your servos mounted, the servos go in these holes right here. Left and right elevons. There's one for the rudder. Included in the kit is 3 control horns. Control rods. Trimmed to fit. One on each side. One in the back. At any time where you feel comfortable, if you've been putting these things together for a while, any aircraft, you want to put the control horns in. Remember to keep the center of the hole over the center of the groove, just like these are right here. You can see that these are right over the center of the groove. That's how they go attached. These little spacers right here to keep the control rods from flexing. Those are also, you use one of the old pieces of the punch outs. Simply glue that on there like that, and then place it on your SkyRacer wherever you feel it has the most bow, and that's how that keeps it from bowing a little bit. You can use any motor you want on there. It's basically we're using the 2730 Turnkey and 1500, but you can use anything like a 2204 or a 2208. We mount our batteries really far forward to give it a little bit of a nose heavy effect, but this is where the battery goes, right up front here. You can adjust it later according to your flying style. I've broken a couple axles. If you break an axle, just put another piece of carbon there, and there's some hot melt glue on there. And you can see they don't spin perfectly on mine, but this is a little bit beat up. I'm sure yours will come out a lot better. Anyway, thanks for watching.